And we are live.
We got the soft beep.
Soft beep.
Oh man.
Oh boy, it's real now. Now we have to
Yes, it
perform.
is.
We have to do this now.
You know what? I just realized that's really wrong here.
Nope.
As we're going live, is I forgot to bring up the YouTube live chat to see.
Oh, how dare you?
I know. I'm sorry.
And we are live. Oops, sorry. I forgot to mute the video myself so we could chat along.
Whoops.
Yeah, hey. What are you gonna do? We're still working things out.
Yeah, no, you can tell that like I'm just coming off of my vacation and really all of the bolts have been secured and fastened. I'm clearly in control of the situation today.
Oh, totally. Absolutely. In total control. In total Greg Lohman fashion.
Yeah.
So how was your trip?
Good. Sorry, I have to log in to chat.
It's okay.
Password's like 300 characters long.
Your mechanical keyboard.
With my mechanical keyboard.
That everybody knows about. Because
everybody knows about.
Nobody had. Hold on. Let me. I'm just gonna pull up just to make sure. Yeah. Okay. I am coming through. Okay.
All right.
Just to make sure we are not hearing you just typing and railing against about your mechanical keyboard again.
Oh, Jesus Christ! No. This has got to be the smoothest show intro we've ever had.
Yeah, it's good.
Like
enough.
I think we really just tripped right out of the gates and broke our face on the railing on this one.
I think we were just excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Greg, how was your trip?
Good. Spent a lovely week over in the Northeast. We mentioned it when I had everybody stop by last Sunday for the pre-record.
Yep.
Of Monday's release.
The non-live
non-live show, which our live audience was very disappointed that we abandoned them. But it was good. It was good. Definitely was not ready to go back to work on Thursday.
That's hard to believe, Greg.
Yeah. I know. Hard to believe that I wouldn't want to work.
Well, let's just be honest. Going to work stinks.
It does.
Especially when you have so many things to do that don't stink at home. Like who the fuck wants to go to work?
It's true. Like I came home midday on Wednesday, so I'm thinking to myself, like, I've got plenty of time to not go to work, blah, 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 blah. And I found that as it got closer and closer to like 9 or 10 at night, I was actually starting to feel physically anxious.
Isn't that the worst?
Yeah, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't work.
You just got to call and be like, I broke my arm.
I know.
Sorry, I can't make it
in. And the worst part is my job isn't even that hard for me.
Right.
I mean, the hardest part of my job is that I have to tell a whole bunch of other people to do other stuff differently.
Which is pretty good.
I didn't even have the motivation to do that.
Right. It's just painful. Especially coming off of vacation. Like you had a good time. Like I saw you Sunday. You were in good spirits and we were all having fun.
Oh yeah.
Who the fuck wants to go back to work? Yeah, right. So where did you go after you saw me?
We attempted to meet up with your brother, which didn't work.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to talk about that.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Right.
We went and saw Kenny to verify that he was still there and still in one piece. So we didn't lose him a second time, which was really exciting.
Good. Kenny's still alive.
Everyone involved. Yep, Kenny's still alive.
Good.
After that, we headed up to Meredith, New Hampshire, and so many beers died.
Rest in piss.
It's really hard to describe what we did.
Right. Right.
We picked up like a 12-pack of like Hefeweizen UFO, and we're like, oh yeah, that'll last like a day or two at least. And then like 6 hours later, we're like, we're out of beer.
We're out of beer.
Get the mixers.
Everybody's almost 30 or over the age of 30. Still don't know how to buy the right amount of beer.
No, and we're just like, yeah, anybody got any Scope? I'll drink that. It's got alcohol in it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that bad, but it was very good. A lot of part of me was really proud of myself. So I'm like, oh, I slept into like the late time of like 9:30 or 10. And I'm like, man, way to blow a day. But then each night we're up until like 3:30 or 4 in the morning. So
out of control.
It was it was good. It was a right jolly party. Drawful came back out again with Brad's parents, which was hilarious.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, his dad loved those dick pictures I was drawing. It was all-
I can't wait to play Drawful.
No, it's good. It's good. The next time we meet up, we'll have to give it a shot.
Oh, it's down. It's going down.
It's going down.
It's gonna be a fucking a right good time, as I say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was really great seeing you last Sunday.
You too.
It was a lot of fun. We got to go down to Amici's, which is a little pizza shop here in town, and have calzones.
They were so good.
Lasted about 3 seconds.
We inhaled them.
Oh, they're just so good. There's no way to eat those slow.
No, I think the most accurate way would be if like somebody like took a calzone and had you hold it in your teeth and like hold this and then punched it into your stomach like through your mouth.
Exactly.
That's about how fast those things went down.
And it was hilarious because Brad sits down before we got our food, and he's like, "I found this other pizza shop, and I think they might give their calzones might give this place a run for its money." And I'm like, "All right, fine." And we get our food, and he's like, 2 bites in, he's like, "No, this is it. This is still the shit." I'm like, "Is it better, or is it just like the nostalgia that we always visit and that?" And he's like, "It doesn't even matter. It's just better." I'm like, "Okay, fair enough. It's better."
Well, yeah, I remember that whole experience. Then I think I made a comment about how I don't believe in nostalgia.
Yes,
And,
I think there was some kind of poisonous comment about it.
Yeah, about nostalgia being like the venom that kills the arteries of the forward-thinking life.
It was something like that. I think I looked at Brad and said, like, the best thing you can do as you get older is not be consumed by nostalgia.
Yep.
And he's like, "Holy shit, that is true."
It is true.
It really is. That's the whole. As you get older, and all you do is sit around just telling stories about how it was.
It's true.
It's
I
like,
try and you need new stories going forward.
Yeah, it's like you don't have any opinions on how it is now, or you don't have anything to really add. You're just gonna tell me how it was in '78.
Back during the good war.
Right. Yeah. When men were men.
Everything of the good war now. There was this video that was on YouTube from the Pete Holmes show of Joel McHale as Guile, talking about the American Canadian War, and he's sitting in the chair with his 2 American flag tattoos on each arm.
It's hilarious. Pete Holmes is fucking funny anyway.
He is.
I love it. Did they cancel that show?
I don't know.
I think they might have.
Was it called the Pete Holmes show?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think it was, and I think they shouldn't have because it was a good show.
So what does Pete Holmes
even do
anymore? TBS has canceled the Pete Holmes show. That's actually what came up when I typed in, so what does Steve Holmes even do anymore?
Steve Holmes.
Pete Holmes.
All right. But
I got it
the
wrong.
Steve Holmes show is alive and well.
Yes.
Well, that's too bad. That was a good goddamn show.
It was.
Pete
and
Holmes
now
is
it's
funny.
gone.
It's gone now. Well, I mean, you could probably watch it again.
You probably could. Although the Screen Rant article I read about it is very, very cruel. This is the meanest thing about a canceled show ever. By virtue of its short lifespan, the Pete Holmes show, who according to host Pete Holmes will air its last episode on June 18th, won't likely have a long life in our collective memories.
Oh, Pete. How dare you, Pete?
Yeah.
Pete Holmes is fucking funny as shit. I don't care.
Maybe he'll get another shot.
I think he will.
I think it's more a problem with the distribution method. I don't know. I seriously consider these days how effective for like a comedian a TBS show even is. I mean,
Not very.
Yeah, who's interested in watching TBS? Like, who wants to say I'm going to come home from work and sit down and curl up with some nice TBS?
TBS, very funny.
Yeah, very funny. I can watch the same episodes of Psych and Monk until I keel over dead.
Yeah, in a Steven Seagal movie.
And a Steven Seagal movie where he's assuredly fat.
Oh yes. Just somehow soft, but can still beat the piss out of everybody.
He moves like an ocean.
And he can't.
Like he ate the whole ocean and everything in it.
And like his eyes won't quite open all the way, and you can't make out anything he's saying.
Well, that's because he's stoned out of his fucking mind.
Well, still. Still, how can you see his lightning fast moves?
You can't.
You can't.
Because the choreographer blurs them.
It's because they changed the speed on the reel.
I do want to give advance warning. At any given point in the show today, I may need to jump out and take a phone call from work.
All right. That's right.
Because I am playing with fire. I am on call. And I guess they make me an oncologist. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if anybody has an opinion on that, they can always just
email us at john@thejohnbrownshow.com or greg@thejohnbrownshow.com for advice, you silly bitches.
Yep. Thanks, Computer Scott.
It's Monday in the house.
Shit. I love Monday.
Oh, it's so perfect.
So this Monday, do you still have a roommate?
I do. Two of them.
For how long?
I don't know. I believe they close on the property they bought next Monday, and then I'm not really sure how long. I'm sure it'll be late next week. I'll be roommateless.
There you go.
I'll just have a house,
all to yourself,
an echoey house.
I had this dream when I was like 8 years old of my neighbors greasing or waxing their floors with giant strips of bacon while skating around in swimsuits.
Okay.
You should do that.
Oh, all right. I was like, where is he going? I should do that. There won't even be a dog to get in the way and lick up the bacon grease.
Oh, that's right. Your house is going to sound so much safer.
Oh, my God. I don't have to deal with the dog just barking at nothing.
What is it going to be like when you realize that dog will never interrupt you again? Like, you'll never have to redo 15 minutes of recording for a song because the dog barked.
Greg,
I know it happened at least once.
I'm getting emotional right now. No, you honestly have no idea how many times. Like, say a song is 2 minutes long. Okay, like you'll just say it's an instrumental song that's really simple, but it's 2 minutes long. Let's just say I get on a roll where I'm not making any mistakes and it's going perfectly as planned for 2 minutes, and the dog barks at 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Okay,
ruined.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be great. I don't even know how to put it into words.
So it sounds like this is going to change your life.
Big time.
All right.
It's a big change. Like menopause. But better.
No, it'll be different than that.
Big dog paws.
Big dog paws.
I figured I'd just jump on the pun before you did.
Yeah.
What was yours?
No, I lost it.
Okay, good.
You escaped certain destruction.
I stomped all over it. That was my favorite part of last Sunday. Was when you three hooligans walked into my house. You, Brad, and Brian, and then you made like a 2 out of 10 pun. It wasn't that good. It wasn't bad. It was like really light. And I just looked at you and went, oh God. And Brad and Brian grabbed their chests and were like, oh. And I'm like, oh, he's probably been doing this a lot. And you're like, I've been back for a few days. And they were just dying of your puns.
How'd you like Punk Hebrew Star? I thought that one was pretty good.
I forgot about it until just now.
Yeah, I remember it.
Phenomenal.
So what else has been going on over in the East since I've left? I've only been gone from there for like 5 days.
Yeah, I saw you 8 days ago.
I
know. What's new? I don't think anything much is new except for I was checking out apartments in Minnesota.
Fuck yes.
In Minneapolis. And you want to know how much of a small town dimwit I am? Really?
Let's go for it.
I went on the Google.
Okay.
Of course. And I just typed in, Minneapolis apartments. Pretty simple, right? And I'm so fucking stupid that I figured it would be like, I had my Keene, New Hampshire goggles on. And I'm like, when you search apartments for Keene, New Hampshire or around Keene, there's like 25 that show up, No.
Oh, you thought there would be 25 apartments?
I didn't even think. I wasn't even thinking. But I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'll just play. It's like 754 hits. And I'm like,
yeah, it's a metropolis.
It's a city, right? This isn't Keene.
It's an actual city.
Right. And like it shows on this little map, like the city itself. And then there's all these markers for where apartments are and like different colors for condos and all that stuff. And it was just, there was so many markers that they were all over on top of each other.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. So for perspective, there are more people in the metropolitan area that I live in, like threefold as many as there are in your state.
Really?
Yeah. In the Minneapolis, St. Paul, Twin Cities metro, there's 3.4 million people.
That's hilarious. My whole state. New Hampshire can suck a dick.
We're not even a large city. Like I think Boston's got like 6 times as many.
Really?
But like the Boston metro isn't tiny.
No, it's not.
Google.
Google, help us out.
Google. Okay, never mind. I'm off. Boston metro population is 4.5 million.
And what do you have?
We're down a little bit. We're at 2.9.
Oh,
so
well, that's,
yeah,
get you game up, Minneapolis.
they're 150% of our size. 200% of our cost.
Still pretty good, Minneapolis.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Still pretty good.
You'd probably notice when you're searching for apartments here too that our rent costs are not really higher than yours. They're probably actually lower.
Yeah. Not higher is a good way of putting it. they're actually a bit lower. Even like I was looking at places outside of Keene, and like 15-20 minutes outside of Keene in the sticks.
Yeah.
If you can even, even more in the sticks than Keene. And they were a good, like, almost $200 more a month.
Yeah.
Than out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking retarded.
And we pay you more out here too.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, no, it's completely broken. This is why when people are like, when do you move back? I'm like, not until this bubble bursts.
When are you moving back? Never.
Yeah.
Who the fuck goes back?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I can't wait to get back to Troy.
Did you get to go through Troy at all?
Yep.
Did you go through my old neighborhood?
I did go through your old neighborhood, and I saw was it Tony Ziff's condemned house?
Dude, isn't that the most sad thing?
Well, we're in the car, and I actually said, "All right, guys, we have to head down to Prospect, or we have to head down to Granite Street." And Brian's like, "Why?" I'm like, "John's is depressing as fuck."
It is. It's the fucking worst.
And the three of us in the car, I'm just driving by, like, wow.
We need to go film something there about everybody dying.
Yeah,
it's already set up.
Yeah, that won't make anything more depressing at all.
We just need to spread fake blood or real blood all over the place. But it's already set up. Like there's boards and all types of shit, and it's gray. Everything's gray.
I know.
There's no color in Troy.
No, I think they used that house as like the set of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, what the fuck?
All of it's just recorded in the backyards. It was pretty rough.
It's horrible. My old treehouse isn't even there anymore.
I didn't even know you had a fucking treehouse.
I had the best treehouse. I had a 3-story treehouse.
What?
Yep.
In your backyard?
In the backyard.
How did I never notice this?
Because we didn't drink in it.
Oh yeah.
We didn't drink in it.
Fair enough.
The only thing we ever did in the backyard, anywhere near the backyard, was drink.
That's true. Yeah, we had to walk through the backyard to get to the place where we could drink.
And it was always so dark.
It was extremely dark. And then you would hear like this like jingling of a chain as your bullet dog would come flying out of the bushes and take you out of the knees.
Oh, remember that? Maggie would just come fucking bolting through.
Yeah, well, she was determined to take you down. Like she would clip you in your shins and knock you over.
Mm-hmm.
She thought it was fucking hilarious.
And it was so dark and we were so drunk.
I know.
It wasn't cool. She just wanted to play, but we were in no condition to play.
What did we learn? Nothing.
Brew dread slow.
Brew dread.
We did learn that.
We did. But yeah, so I don't know. It was kind of weird going back through. I really enjoyed being up in the Lakes region, and I would go there again anytime. Like I like that area.
Yeah.
I think that was a lovely time hanging out with Brad and his family. The trip through the New Hampshire Troy part is always very I get a little sour about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think of how much I think my life would have gotten off to a little bit quicker of a start earlier if I hadn't been so sentimental about sticking around the area.
I hear you.
And yeah, there's that kind of feeling about it. And then with the exception of like you or Brad or Brian, like if wherever my friends move, that's where I am excited to go visit. It doesn't have to do with like a hometown, because I don't have that teary-eyed, oh, this is my home nostalgia. I have, this is where my friends live and I got to go there because that's where I have to visit them.
Right. And let's be honest too, like it's not our hometown anymore.
It's not.
It's just a fucking different place.
It is a different place. Yeah. And it's good that you can at least see that and not be like, oh,
oh yeah, I can see it. You just fucking drive through and there's nobody there.
Yeah.
In like the old stores, like the Mountain View Video and all that shit, it's not even there anymore.
Even the store clerk Cindy's dead.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
I was like, wow. I guess
it really is, it isn't our town anymore.
Yeah, it's not our time. I think only my grandmother remains.
Yeah, probably, yes.
And grandma, if you're listening to this, which I know you don't, sorry I didn't see you.
Sorry, Graham.
I'm
so sorry. So you didn't get to see my brother?
I did not.
That sucks.
It does suck. I talked to him the other day, and he had to work, so it is what it is. It's disappointing, but it is what it is.
It should be disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be disappointed in it.
I've just spent so much time disappointed because I'm so bitter.
I know you do. I know you do.
I know.
Believe me, I know all about bitter.
Bitter like hell I am. So, yeah.
But don't worry, I haven't seen my brother in I don't know how long.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
How come you haven't seen him?
The last time I saw my brother was when he was on the podcast.
That was quite a while ago.
It certainly was.
So why doesn't he come on the podcast more?
Because he won't.
Okay, fair enough.
He'll go, oh yeah, I want to do it, and then he'll cancel.
It's okay.
Over and over.
You can just give him a good old bash in the dick for me the next time you see him.
Oh, I will.
That's from Greg for not going on the podcast.
Ty, you're breaking our hearts. Come on, Ty.
You're tearing me apart.
Fucking step it up. I don't know what that means in this context, but do it.
Yeah.
For Christ's
Take
sake.
your balls out of your purse and step up the flavor.
All right.
Whale cancer.
But yeah, other than that, not much is going on. I keep having these moments where I'm like, I'm just getting the fuck out of here. I am having those moments a lot. But I think it's just
for it.
Yeah, well, it's happening. Don't get me wrong, it's happening. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere. It ain't here.
Yeah, good for you.
Because there's just nothing. There's just nothing here. There just isn't it. Not for me. And I was having this conversation with Scott today, actually. And I told him, for somebody who is content where they are, as far as their career, their family, whatever, this place is all right. It's fine. Because you've kind of found what you're looking for. But if there's anything you want to do that's outside the realm of work, sleep, die, really, then there's really nothing to offer here.
This is the best episode ever. We're just shitting all over Southern.
Yeah, we are. Listen, I've got 29 goddamn years of experience of it.
No, it's true. It's true. I feel super bad because I'm still pretty much what happened is I'm recovering from the weekend of dread I had for work.
Right.
So like if you can't tell, my energy level is like a solid like 25%.
Right.
And I learned today I never knew that I could be so terrified of Excel.
Really?
Yeah. No. So I would you would think I have like a pretty low impact job overall.
Sure.
And I actually almost passed out today while working in Excel because it got that intense and I was that like frustrated and stressed that I started to feel lightheaded.
Jesus Christ. Greg.
I know.
You have to reach out.
I know.
I'm always here.
No, I'm just like sitting at my desk and I had that moment where, right before you faint, that feeling you get where you just kind of feel like, whee, energy is your head just kind of like takes off for a sec.
Yeah, you feel weightless.
Yeah.
Right.
And I got one of those, I slammed both my hands on my desk, took a deep breath. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, I almost got knocked out cold by Microsoft Excel.
Now that
If ever, but there were a less manly way to go out. If I had gotten killed by Excel,
I could never be at that funeral. I could never be at that funeral for you. Just killed by Excel.
what was he trying to do? Rumor is it was a very complex VLOOKUP.
He was just crushing a spreadsheet, man. Just couldn't keep it going.
He was pulling data from 5 different workbooks. Flew too close to the sun.
It's like a real John Henry kind of story.
It is.
You're like,
It
I could do
is.
more work than this goddamn computer.
John Henry, they have that like song about pounding away the railroad, just like entering the Excel data one cell at a time.
We need to have a parody song now
Excel John Henry
with Computer Scott fucking singing
with Computer Scott. Oh my
Singing it.
god, it'd be perfect.
I'll
That would be
I'll
that would
auto
be
tune it.
great.
I'll auto tune it with Computer Scott.
I made a jingle for Discover Card today.
Oh,
Yeah, this is really bad. I don't have any instruments to play it with.
okay.
I shouldn't even share this because this
I
is
know.
the stupidest fucking thing I came up with this week.
You're bringing everything you got.
I know.
You're
All right, you ready for this?
You're 19% of energy. Go ahead.
Discover. Whoa! I just found this card today.
Booms kakalaka.
Yeah. I
pretty
told you
good.
it was really fucking
It's
stupid.
pretty good.
No,
That was
shut up.
really good.
Viewers watching -5. Son of a-
I get an email from my web host, and they're just like, "We just canceled we just gave your money back." Get that shit. Get that
Bluehost has mercy killed your
shit.
podcast.
Just get that shit out of here.
We're just gonna take it out back and old yeller it.
A Discover card jingle.
I'm sorry.
Why don't we just have a Radio Shack Battery Club fucking song next time?
Now that you mention it.
All right.
No, I did get some of those, I got like more useful stuff done. I built another computer over the weekend
For who?
for myself
Why?
because I wanted one for the living room.
Well, then, okay.
Yeah, but there was already one there, so now there's 2.
Don't be mad. Brad just said, "Wow, terrible" to your song. I think.
Oh, Brad's
Jesse-
on there. Oh shit.
Jesse, nice jingle. Someone's got a fan.
But no, I actually don't have 2 whole ones. I have parts of computers I can pass off to the side now. But yeah, it started innocently enough. I walked into Micro Center and then I just pulled out my wallet and bought fucking everything.
That's how innocent it started and it ended.
That's how it started and ended.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you.
No,
I know
it's
the
good.
joy. I know the joy. You know that type of thing brings everybody, especially you.
Discover is now covering Alyssa in the chat is saying that Discover is now covering the cost of my music composition class for free.
round of applause for Discover.
Thank you, Discover.
Oh boy! So
yeah.
you bought a computer for the living room?
Yes, just a media center to get it up to date. So
Oh, totally. Just a
Mhm.
media center.
just media center. Yeah, it's like a little baby computer that attaches to my big computer like a Remora and sends data over my home network.
Right.
It's a cool concept. So it'll stream,
How amazing is that, by the way? Because I do the same thing. Like with
Oh, do you really?
with my laptop and my PC.
the Steam in-home streaming.
That too. But even
Yes.
just like backing shit up, you can fucking send shit over Wi-Fi.
Yep.
It's fucking magic.
Yeah, it's very cool. So I built that for that, and then trying to exercise more now that I've come back, which probably part of the other reason I'm tired is because running makes you feel like shit.
Fuck running, seriously.
I have to.
I know. I just hate it. You're probably better at running than I am, to be totally honest with you.
It's feasible.
I totally believe it. I'm the worst runner that's ever lived. Well, I
What
have
makes you
legs,
the
so
worst?
probably not. Well, it just makes me tired really quick. And
Fair enough.
Then I'm like, fuck that.
What if you had to run on your arms?
I'd probably be better. I would probably be a lot better, to be honest with you. They get probably a lot less tired. And
I can believe it.
It's funny you bring that up because I just joined another gym today too.
Ooh.
Yep. I hadn't been going to the gym since my last one closed, which is the one my brother worked at. I actually hadn't been back to the gym since. I had just been working out at home. Not enough.
Yeah. I've always heard that doing it at your house is not as good because you never work yourself quite as hard because you're there.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem. I just have the problem of not having basically just the facilities. Like I need a pull-up bar that's high enough where I can actually like reach my arms all the way up. And the only place I can do that is in the basement, and it's not high enough.
Right.
So
and the basement's also occupied.
Half of it is. Yep.
Half of it is.
Yes. So I broke down and went and joined a gym today. Got my ass back in there today.
I have a good question about gyms and working out that I really want to get to the bottom of this.
All right.
How the fuck do you do it? Like that sounds like such a really simple question, but every time that I try and do this, I get like this idea in my head. And I'm like awesome at it for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, like at the strong end of things, a month, and then something happens and it just falls apart. Yeah,
where like it's the same thing with dieting. It's the same thing with anything that it's supposed to be good for you. It's supposed to benefit your life, but you don't like it. Like there's really nobody that loves the gym. If you really love the gym, you're missing something else. It's just the way it is. and I mean, and I'm this coming from someone who's missing a lot. So I'm not judging. But like for me, I don't like the gym at all. But the gym makes what I like doing outside of the gym better, which is arm wrestling, right?
Right.
So for me, it's not that hard to go in there because it makes the thing that I really like doing better. But it's like anything else. Psychologically, it's hard to do. Physically, it's really not hard to go to the gym and do a little bit of work. It's not that tough, but psychologically, it's fucking hard. It's no different than not eating bread.
At the end of the day, you're looking at it and you're like, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to do whatever exercises for an hour. And if you think about it, that is a really, I have a pretty busy schedule throughout most of the day. But if I'm being totally honest with myself, there's probably 4 hours of the day where I'm not committed to something else.
Yeah, most people have plenty of extra time really when they break it down.
And to be able to spend 1 hour of that time to do something that's going to make me, in theory, everything else will be better if I'm in better shape, wouldn't it? Because you wouldn't feel like shit as often. I wouldn't be tired perpetually.
Right.
And when the summer comes along and people are like, let's all go swimming, I won't be like, oh, I don't do that.
Right.
Because I have to take my shirt off.
Totally.
So like, it's just, it seems like every time I get motivated to do it, by the time that I've actually reached the point where I would have wanted to be in shape, my commitment of where I should have started working out was 3 months ago.
Right.
And now I'm here and it's another summer and then summer and fat just don't go.
No, not usually. But no, it's just I for a lot of people it's hard at first and it gets easier to keep doing it. But for some people it's the other way around. And honestly, I think the only way you can really combat it is to not do the same things all the time.
So when you're going,
yeah,
like how often do you go when you're on your gym streaks?
I go 5 days a week.
And how consistently do you do that without having to break from that?
Oh, I'll do that consistently. I won't ever break from it really.
I
did it for years.
Okay. So how long did it take you to get to the point where that was actually like what you were doing? And like, do you have any advice for people that are trying to get there? Because I would love to know.
Like how long it was until you were just like, okay, this is just part of my life now.
Yeah.
That type of thing. It wasn't that long. But it's one of those, it wasn't that long, but it also wasn't that long before I started feeling like I don't like this. You know what I mean? Where I don't want to keep doing this, because with my kind of training, especially, it is the same things over and over again. It's really monotonous. But the idea that it does make something else a lot better, and it's not that much of a time, it's not that much time. You just have to think about where you're going to be. You can't, I kind of view it like shoveling the driveway in the wintertime, right? You have all this fucking snow and it's going to suck to move it. And what I see people do all the time is they start shoveling the driveway. They take a couple big fucking scoops of that shovel and they heave it over into a snowbank. And then they stop and they look at the snow that they have to get done.
Mm-hmm.
And they do that about 20 fucking times. And if they would have just not stopped and stopped to look at how much snow they have left, they'd be done. So
that's a good point.
I think that, you should look at it as almost like maybe it's like overtime for work, where, maybe you work till 3:30. Well, no, now you work till 4:30. You're going to get out of work at 4:30, and part of work is going to the gym.
Right. Like I don't look at myself and be like, I got home at 4:30. Be like, no, I got home at 6.
Right. That's just the way it is. You get home at 6. And also, I truly believe this. Don't get on a goddamn scale if you're looking to lose weight. Don't do it, because it's not going to happen fast enough for you. It's just not going to happen fast.
So you think that in order, like, chasing that progress will discourage you?
Yeah. Because I think, like, there's a lot of people out there that 4 days into working out, they get on the scale and go, I weigh more. I weigh a half pound more 4 days into working out. Fuck this. And it's like, yeah, because it's not enough time,
right,
to make anything happen. Look in the mirror. If you look better, you look better. And then, if you want a month, 6 weeks, 2 months in, look at the scale, then go ahead. But don't do it that much. You don't have to weigh in for anything. Life doesn't have weight classes. I can attest, I fucking hate getting on the scale, because I'm in a sport where there are weight classes. I have to worry about my weight all the time. If I did,
because you want to weigh as little as possible, correct?
I want to weigh no more. Like I like to be within 7 or 8 pounds of my weight class. So if I want to arm wrestle at 165, I don't want to be any more than like 173. Because you want to stay a little heavier just because you're a little stronger. You can train harder. But yeah, I don't want to get too heavy, because then I have to lose. Nobody likes losing weight. It's not fun. So right. I don't want to do that. But if there was a day like where they just said, you know what, there's no such thing as weight classes anymore. That's just the way it is. You can either quit the sport or don't, whatever. We don't care. Then I would never step on a scale again, ever. And I would love it. I hate having to weigh myself. So in life, if you want to go to the gym to feel better, then do that. If you want to go to the gym to look better, then do that too. But you don't need to be on a scale to look better. If you look better, you have eyes.
Right. That's a really good point. Because I think there was a while where last year I was trying in the spring very aggressively to lose weight at the gym.
Right.
And I dropped probably 15 pounds in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And part of me was like, oh man, that's great. But the effect that had was pretty significant, because it wasn't from like a lot of extra working out. It was like crash dieting at like 600 calories a day.
Yeah. Which is not great.
Yeah, no. And immediately, like the initial response is like, yeah, this really works. And then people are like, no, you're going to die. I'm like, no, that's so ridiculous. And then like you have the point where like you have no energy to do anything. And then you start eating again. Your body's like, oh, keep that shit.
Right.
Don't ever lose weight again.
Right. And again, you said you felt like shit. The idea of going to the gym and losing weight is not so you feel worse. It's so you feel better. And the way you do both at the same time, which is feel good and, and look better, is it's a long process. In some people, it happens quick. Some people, it doesn't happen as quick. And honestly, the bigger of an issue you have with weight, usually the faster it happens for you. Like if you have a lot of weight to lose, typically it'll happen pretty quick. But if you don't have that much weight to lose, like say you have an extra 20 or 30 pounds, which isn't that much really, then if you keep weighing yourself every day, and you're not going to see anything, you're just going to get so frustrated.
Well, that's exactly where I'm at. Cause I'm around, I bounce between like 200 and 210 usually.
Right.
And I should be below 180. And where it gets frustrating is like to lose 20 pounds doesn't seem like that much, but it's 10% of my body mass.
Right.
And that's where it's like, how do I fucking shave off 10% of my body mass? Like it's a challenge.
It is.
And if there's anybody who's listening out there who is thinking that they have some advice to get people going and get them started, you can always
email us at john@thejohnbrownshow.com or greg@thejohnbrownshow.com for advice, you silly bitches.
That's really good. That's really good.
It was so clear.
I know. Yeah, we'll take some incoming advice this time too. Yeah, you saw you caught the lead in with that. I was like, oh man, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
Oh yeah, I got it. I panicked a little bit, but you got to see the live panic.
No,
when you were here, you said something like the big lean in for it, and I'm like, oh, like you just started saying something, and then Brian and Brad just started laughing at me. But we got it on time. I got it still.
You do. You still got it. So. But yeah, my plan is to go back to New England in around August or so, and I'd hope to be closer to my target weight or appearance by that time. And I figure 5 months is a reasonable time frame for that. You can make a lot of progress in 5 months.
Absolutely can.
And I think that's another thing too, is that when I look at like what I want to get done in 5 months, is that the progress I see in 1 month isn't indicative of what 5 months of work is going to look like.
Not even close. You're right. No, you're totally right. You're totally right. It's hard because everything is so fast today. Everything is instant. Everything is quick. And oftentimes when it comes to changing your body or changing your brain, things aren't quick.
No, it's true.
That's
true.
It's quicker than it used to be because we know more about it, but it's not that quick.
I definitely, with the whole being quick thing, I mean, I've realized in the past couple of weeks that I spend anywhere from 8 to 16 hours a day mainlining internet on 3 monitors, being at home or at work.
Right.
And then like listening to people tap on shit before I go to bed.
I still haven't given that a test drive yet.
I can't sleep without it anymore. It's the worst. It's the worst I ever picked up.
I do have to try it.
It works. It works.
ASMR.
Yep. But it's like a very it's like a double-edged sword, because on one side of things, I've definitely learned a lot of things each day, and that's cool.
Right.
It makes me seem like it gives me a better, bigger pedestal to be condescending to people on.
I like that.
But it's also one of those things where I feel very, I guess, active or stressed as I'm trying to fall asleep, for example, because I spent so much time learning stuff. There's so much stuff just kind of bouncing around in my head before I try and fall asleep. I just can't sleep anymore. And then because of it's that satisfaction of like getting whatever you want immediately when you're trying to do anything carries over into a lot of aspects of your life.
Oh, holy shit, does it? It absolutely does. I think it carries into, I think the instant gratification of things today carries into a lot of different aspects of life, whether it's individual or, relationship type of things. I really do think that people there's a certain group of people that gets as sick of another person as they do with their cell phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I'm done. I don't know. It wasn't what I thought it was. Can I get another one, please?
Right.
And it's like, man, really? But they're like, well, it was a 2-year relationship. Like, they say it like it's, 30 years.
Yeah, they were dating for 2 whole years. And you're like, okay.
Right. All right, then.
And that perspective changes as you get older, too. Like, I have, there's been, when I was younger, a few of the girls I dated was for, a year. And I thought, oh, man, I dated them for a year.
Right.
Like, I look back at that stuff, and I'm just kind of like, hold the phone. I dated Mandy for a year.
Hold the phone. Shut the front door.
Wait, pause.
Oh, boy. That's totally ratchet.
That's so ratchet. But you look back at that and you're like, what the fuck? How did I pull that off?
Right.
And you're like, why did I think that was a good idea?
Well, we all had things that we thought were good ideas, Greg.
No, it's true.
But yeah, and something I laugh at now is when now that we're our age, like if you were to date somebody who is 4 years younger than you, like how it wouldn't be a big deal.
Right.
But when you were 20,
I could date somebody that's 14 years younger than me. It's not a big deal anymore.
Well done. Well done. But when you
At last.
oh, you got one in. That was a nice little rib shot right there. But yeah, when you're younger, like a 2 years is like, holy shit, she's 2 years older than you. Holy shit, dude.
What the hell, man? Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is strange how age does bring on some things where you're like, man, that was really fucking stupid. Like the perception, you know.
My first like long-term girlfriend that like as I was reaching the end of high school, when I met her, I was 17 and she was 15, and then our birthdays were relatively close. It was like 18 and 16, and a bunch of people were like, that's really weird. And I learned later on in life, like, no, that's really not that strange at all.
Right.
Actually, that was a totally normal age gap if I lived in any other state than fucking New Hampshire. So,
it always comes back, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It's just it's very it's interesting how much that perspective from other people's thoughts on something impacts how you proceed moving forward with things in your life. Like,
huge.
Like now I've reached a point where, the only thing I get really self-conscious about overall is just weight in general. Because I feel like on one side of things, you have the audience of, oh, it's okay to just be yourself and don't let people judge you based off how you look or et cetera. And when it comes to your physical health, your level of physical fitness, I think whether you want to believe it or not, is directly indicative of your character.
Wow. I don't even say I disagree. That's just that's an interesting point of view.
Well, so like I want to be healthier, but I haven't. Obviously, it's something that I say is important to me, and I haven't taken the steps to get it done yet. Like that indicates a character flaw.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think with people that understand that and that want to take that step. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of things I've been seeing in like popular media or Facebook.
The Facebook.
The whole attitude that like it's no longer good to try and be healthy and lose weight, and that everyone should just not do that and just be however they want to be. Like I see that attitude and I'm like, wow, that's the popular attitude right now, and that seems really toxic to me.
Well, I mean, it is toxic because what people need to realize is that being overweight, as far as your physicality goes, I'm not talking about your personality. It doesn't, whatever. That's a whole different thing. But being overweight isn't cool. It's not good for you. You will have problems at some point.
Right.
You know, it's not even a judge. It's not judging anything. It's not, we all have our crosses to bear, but being overweight is traumatic to the body. It just is.
It is.
There's no way around it.
And I think as somebody like as myself who's currently overweight as well, like as I'm saying this stuff too, it's really important people realize I'm not just like some rail thin douchebag going off. Like this is some like heavy inflection here. Like looking at myself, my own physical condition. Right. And you get to a point where I just kind of ask myself, like, why do I think this is okay? Like, why is it where I'm like, oh yeah, just have like another slice of pizza and I didn't run today because I'm too tired. Like where does that mentality come from? Like, who told me that it was okay to just kind of be like that? Right. And I get frustrated. It's the thing where like part of the reason I think when we went back earlier in the show, we're talking about how don't give up after a month or whatnot. Like it took me a long time to get here, and I think it's just like really, really discouraging when you're trying to be like, I just really want to be different, and I wish that I hadn't done this. And
you're right. I wish I hadn't, dug this hole for myself, type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And it's just kind of one of those things where it's like maybe, rather than making excuses for why I'm not where I need to be, I just need to stand up, take charge and be like, no, you haven't done this because for whatever reason you've made an excuse why it's not important to you, and you need to stop making excuses or it's on you.
Sure. I mean, I think that's you know, if you want to talk about character flaws and that kind of stuff, I think that's the best way to attack it, right? I mean, that's, you're taking what's making what's holding you back and you're trying to break it. Right. So I think that's a pretty healthy and you know, if you could say brave step to look at yourself and know that. And also on my end, I'm not overweight, although I have been told I was on insurance, you know, insurance physicals. But honestly, the things I do for my sport aren't good for me either. Okay. I know they're not good. I have to eat a lot of food in order to maintain performance, you know, not break down. My tendons, my ligaments, my joints are all getting destroyed. I know they're not good. We all do things we all do. It's real. I mean, we all do things that are bad. We all do things that are bad for us, but it's not really okay to sit back and go, well, it's good though, because it's who I am. And well, no, you can still say no, this is not good. But
yeah,
like, you know, your idea of, or not your idea, but your statement on that you've seen that, you know, you should just be who you are and fuck everything, you know, it's just who I am. Don't ever change. And it's like, no, there might be a time where you should really look at yourself and say, the things I'm doing aren't good. Let's see if I should change this up. And if I really want it, then I should really just go do it.
Right.
It's really as simple as that.
Like, when did we become so, like, when my friends are doing something that's unhealthy for them, I tell them.
Right.
Like, when did that not be the acceptable? Well, it's because of the way things work. You could, like, back to the instant gratification, instant satisfaction. You can now custom tailor what you see and make sure that you're only seeing things that make you feel better about yourself.
Right.
And not things that challenge you to push yourself.
Well, that is the whole thing, right? I mean, like, you see people get attacked for having opinions on any subject, but they never get attacked when it's a positive one.
Right.
You know, it's like, well, how about, like, you're saying, like, okay, if I say somebody's overweight and that they shouldn't be, then I can't say any of that shit because that's being judgmental and all that. But if I say somebody is in shape and they are beautiful because of it and all this other stuff, nobody ever says, but she's so much more than that, or that person is so much more than that. No, they go, oh, thank you so much.
Right.
You are so right. Thank you so much for telling me that. And it's not that they shouldn't be saying thank you, but should the other half be really upset? Maybe they should be upset for a minute, but should they be going, well, maybe they have a point.
Right.
And also, I mean, let's be honest, if you're, you know, I said it's not cool to be overweight because it's not good for the human body. It's traumatic. We're saying that because we want you people to stick around longer.
Right.
We wouldn't be saying it if we didn't. If we wanted you just to be, you know, gone sooner, we would just let you do what you're gonna do. But it's like, no, stick around. There's a lot to see on this planet and in life, and it really shouldn't end for you at 52 years old.
Right. Exactly.
There's a lot more time to do things. So it's really, yeah, it is about, like, yeah, we want you to be yourself. We want you to be yourself for 30 more years than you're gonna.
Right. Yeah. I want to be myself for 30 more years. I don't want to be, well, actually, I prefer to be myself for another 400
hope more than that.
So. 400. But it's, you know, when I look at myself in the mirror, like, it's just at the moment, like, I did this to myself and I need to fix it. And I can't. Yeah. Like, it's, I've taken the approach I've taken towards it is where some people are like, no, you're being too hard on yourself. I'm like, no, like, I'm being honest with myself. And I think, you know, I've had your brother's mentioned to me before that he would hope I'd lose some weight and whatnot. I'm kind of like, you know, maybe I really should just get it done with.
Oh, so. Yeah. I mean, I think by just talking to you right now that you're there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's, but also it's like when people go, no, you're being way too hard on yourself. It's like, hey, hold on. Why are you trying to make me hold on to this?
Well, so here's the thing. This shit is like quitting smoking. Like, and
Absolutely.
They're both like, neither one is healthy for you. I would actually say that being like grotesquely overweight is probably worse for you than smoking is.
Sure. I mean, if a doctor told me that, I wouldn't argue it.
Yeah. If not worse, then at least as bad. They both have their own caveats, but they tend to kind of hold hand in hand the same type of like conditions you get when you're like a chain smoker versus if you're overweight. And I've already quit smoking before.
Right.
Mostly. I say that mostly because I will still rarely occasionally smoke socially, like maybe 2 or 3 times a year tops. So
Okay.
from where I used to smoke, I will take that card and punch it and be like, nah, I beat that.
Yeah, sure.
that.
Right. You're not sitting around going, fuck, I want a cigarette.
No, yeah, I defeated that. Well, actually, that's actually what I was getting at. The thing is, when you quit smoking after, especially like years, I think I smoked for about 7 years before I finally made an honest effort to stop. And what a lot of people don't understand about that, and my girlfriend actually mentioned this to me today. She's like, "When's the last time that you smoked?" I was like, "When's the last time I saw Brian?" and she wasn't super thrilled with it. But the thing that I kind of mentioned to her is that when you are trying to quit smoking, you don't actually ever not want to smoke anymore. You always do. Always. You will never not smell secondhand smoke and be like, oh, it smells like the most delicious stuff on earth. Yeah, that will always happen.
I've heard that from every single person who's ever quit smoking.
Yeah, it's an inescapable trap. Every single day is a constant test of my willpower to not buy a pack of cigarettes. And I understand that I did not know that would be the case when I first started. I thought that when I quit, I would be quit and I'd be done with it. But
Sure.
it is immensely addictive.
You're in the gauntlet.
I'm in the gauntlet. I still swear to this day, the only reason I was able to quit smoking was I moved to Minneapolis, where smoking is decidedly uncool.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's not cool there?
Not at all.
Oh.
It is not popular at all. It's not cool at all. You don't really see even that many people outside smoking here. It's just not as common.
Wow.
Versus New England, where people are smoking fucking constantly.
Yeah, people are still mad that you can't smoke in restaurants.
Yeah, it's what you do.
They're so mad.
But I think every time I've tried to lose weight or tried to get into the workout ethic, it's been a similar thing, particularly when I'm trying to like avoid eating something that I really know I shouldn't. Like when I was on vacation, I said, fuck it, I'm going to eat whatever. I'm on vacation. I'm not going to let my self-image things ruin this. But when I get home and I'm thinking to myself, man, I'd really like to order that Subway sandwich from Jimmy John's that has 1,800 fucking calories in it, and it's made of just like French bread and oil.
Right.
And the amount of times I justify to myself that, oh, it's okay, I'll just have this one and then I'll work it off tomorrow and then repeat that.
Yeah, which is same because it's horseshit. You're not working it off.
No, but the thing is, the thought process, the mentality behind it is exactly the same. Every time I was trying to quit smoking and I said that, no, I'll just have one more.
Yeah, just one more pack. Once this pack's done, we'll be done with it.
Start tomorrow.
Right, exactly. And the thing is with the sympathy that I have with people who use food like that as an addiction is that you can't quit. You have to keep eating.
Yeah, you can't not eat.
Right. So it's
smoking. I have to eat.
Right. So that's where I have a tremendous amount of sympathy or empathy for people who use food that way. I mean, I think we all do to some degree. Like if you just kind of feel fucked up someday, you're like, I'm just going to eat a whole pizza. It
happens so fast.
Yeah, it does.
It does. And it's the same thing. Like I thought of this when I was in the grocery store earlier today, and I had I have a pretty okay lunch. I made a salad from their salad bar and put some eggs and roast beef and whatnot on it. And then it's like, all right, it's relatively low carbohydrates. It's still within a reasonable amount of calories. I'm going to eat this for lunch, whatever. But when you're looking at like pre-made meals, like every time I've gone out to like a Starbucks or anytime I've gone out to any like sort of fast food restaurant or any chain, anything.
Right.
And you look at the price difference between the smaller size and the larger size and what like the size differences between them. And because we're so programmed by marketing to always go for what appears to be quote unquote the best value, you're like, oh man, I can double the size for $1. That's the difference in price is $1.
You're like, I'm not a fool.
Well, so if it costs you $5 for a medium fry, which has 100 fries in it, and $6 for 200 fries, your brain tells you from your programming as an American citizen growing up in our times that you should clearly spend the extra dollar to get more fries.
Right. Yeah, you'd be
You
a
didn't
fool
even
not
need
to.
half of the fries in the first one. You should have split it with 4 of your fucking friends.
Exactly. Right. Exactly right. And then you're afterwards, you're like, I don't know, I don't feel that good. I think I might be coming down with something.
Yeah, I've got too many fries. So in order to help myself with this, which I need to get back on as I'm trying to, if you couldn't tell from this tone of this conversation, I think I've hit that point where I'm like, all right, this is going to become a major focus of mine for the next few months here.
Yeah, Greg's sat down with the intervention list on himself here. He's like, listen, this needs to change or I have to push you out of my life.
Pretty much. Well, I'll check myself out of my life. I'll die of a heart attack at age 40. Like, who knows?
No, don't.
But so what I used to try and do, and this worked really well, is I use what I called the adjusted pizza value for food.
Okay.
So if I remember correctly, a slice of pizza, one slice of pizza from 150 calories.
Okay.
So in a king size pack of Reese's peanut butter cups, I think there's 600 to 700 calories.
Wow, really?
Yeah, hold on.
The Google.
Hold on. Peanut butter cups, nutrition information. Okay. Never mind. I got this little bit. So
lack of nutrition information.
each cup, each Reese's peanut butter cup. So I doubled it. I fucked up. Each one is 87 calories, almost 90 calories. You're looking at 360 calories if you eat a king size Reese's peanut butter cups.
Right. Which we are kings. So,
which is 1.5 slices of pizza.
that's unbelievable.
And pizza's not even good for you.
No, remember that article we read about it like a few podcasts ago where
pizza's not good for us.
Doctors discovered that pizza's bad for kids.
But just think about that though. Let me I might even be wrong on my
Papa John's.
Papa John's Pizza Nutrition.
By the way, awesome mechanical keyboard.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
bought it myself.
I know you did.
So again, let's go the good old fashioned pepperoni pizza.
All right.
Okay. I was actually high on my estimate. I said 250.
Yep.
One slice of pepperoni pizza is 230.
Okay.
So
but still. So it's even worse.
You could almost eat 2 whole slices of pizza for your package of Reese's peanut butter cups. Or let's look at calories in a bottle of Pepsi. Like, this is where it gets really fucked up.
Oh, dude,
soda.
I know.
There are 250 calories in the bottle of soda. It's 1-for-1, 20-ounce bottle of soda versus slice of pizza.
For a 20-ounce bottle of soda.
For a 20-ounce bottle of soda.
How fucked up is that?
Yeah.
Well,
healthier. You are healthier eating the whole pizza than you are buying a case of those and drinking half of that case when you get home.
I really like this adjusted pizza value.
No, the adjusted pizza value is my most amazing creation to assist with like making intelligent food decisions.
You're injecting a huge dose of reality into your choices. That's really what you're doing. You're making the numbers make sense.
Look at a bag of Skittles. Be like, oh man, how filled will I feel from those Skittles? Like,
how many slices of
pizza's worth?
How many slices of pizza is this?
Yeah, and then you can use what I want to try and do is then adjust this to the adjusted steak value off of the adjusted pizza value.
Jesus,
to see how many steaks is it.
Right.
The adjusted pizza value is easy because everyone knows everyone loves pizza.
Everybody loves pizza. That's my I'm feeling fucked up food.
The pizza.
If I had a bad day and I'm just like, I need to just fucking drown this shit, it's pizza time. Pizza party.
I'm curious now.
All right.
Okay.
Am curious?
How much protein, how many calories are in steaks? Calories in homemade sirloin steak. All right, so a 12-ounce sirloin steak is a lot of calories.
Is that how much?
It's 640.
Oh. It's not as much as I thought, to be honest with you.
It's not. So go lean on steak.
Yeah, I eat a lot of beef.
Shit. Maybe this like throws a whole wrench in my whole eating Chipotle thing. I was getting steak burritos, so I was under the impression they're healthy. I should probably switch that to chicken.
Chipotle.
Chipotle. If you're trying to do any sort of like low carb diet, Chipotle is your secret fucking weapon.
It is excellent stuff.
Once you throw away that tortilla shell,
tortilla.
Yeah. So the tortilla on its own is like 800 calories.
Is it what? Are you out of your fucking mind?
No.
Is that real? It's 800 calorie tortilla.
No, it's insane.
It's 4 slices of pizza.
I swear to God, the tortilla shell on its own is unbelievable how many calories are in that tortilla.
Do they dip it in bacon grease?
All right, sorry, I have misestimated it again. I thought it was way more. It is 300 calories of pure garbage.
That's wow.
Just that. So
I'm learning so much about
flour
food.
shell
Right.
from a Chipotle burrito is more calories than a slice of pepperoni pizza. Your burrito is technically better for your diet if you wrap it in a slice of pepperoni pizza.
It has pepperoni in it.
And it has pepperoni on it.
Because like if you said to somebody, I'm gonna make a burrito out of a piece of pizza, they would be like, you're a disgusting piece of shit.
Yeah, and then you come back with this fucking healthy.
And they'd be like,
Shut up.
how will we use this healthy, very healthy tortilla? And you'd be like, nonsense.
Yep.
The adjusted pizza scale says nonsense.
So yeah, that's how I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go forth with counting calories and using the adjusted pizza value and exercise.
I can't argue any of that. I can't. Not knowing that tortilla shells are more than a piece of pizza. My mind is fucking blown. What happens if you wrap a tortilla in fucking Reese's peanut butter cups and down it with a bottle of Pepsi?
Might as well.
That's like 1,000 calories right there.
Yeah.
You could have 5 pieces of pizza.
It's completely insane. Like when you actually start looking at what things are,
it's so bizarre.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is my strategy is not necessarily just going off the pizza, but I'm trying to make sacrifices where I think that it's the least impactful option.
Sure.
So like omitting the flour tortilla would actually allow me to have something like sour cream, which is actually high in fat, which makes you feel fuller.
Yep. Right.
And it's not just a whole shitload of sugar.
Right. True.
So
yeah, one thing that I do if I'm looking to lose weight, is I'll eat things like pickles.
Yeah.
Because they taste fucking great and they're almost no calories at all.
Yep.
So I mean, like, there's definitely ways to do things, that way too. But yeah, it's a real pain in the ass.
It really is.
It is. And psychologically, it's so much harder than it is physically to do it.
Oh, of course.
It's just the way it is.
Of course. Because the thing is, the next time you're at Chipotle, you're just going to be like, well, I'll treat myself to that tortilla.
Yeah.
But I'll be right next to you in line with my fucking steak and rice wrapped in fucking pizza.
They're like, what kind of tortilla would you like? Like a pizza? Pepperoni, please.
Yep.
And they're like, we heard that podcast, so you can't fucking do that.
we're gonna like pull into town tomorrow, and there's gonna be like that. You know how like Kentucky Fried Chicken is teamed up with fucking every restaurant ever?
I know, right?
So there's gonna be
It's always combos.
There's gonna be a KFC, Pizza Hut, Chipotle.
Yeah, we have a KFC Taco Bell.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with those ones.
Oh yeah, that's just
match
like
made in heaven / hell.
Yeah, every airport.
Yeah.
Ever
has
the combo where you have to get a bucket of chicken with nachos.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's a real good mix. That'll make you feel great at the end of it.
So another question is, are viewers feeling right now, are they feeling hungry or are they feeling sick?
Yeah, let me hungry. Oh wow, that's not right at all. I'm the worst typer because I have a microphone in front of me.
I mean typist, yes.
Typer.
Ist.
Hungry or sick? You decide.
By the time it types out, they'll have already heard us.
I think it's a minute behind.
Oh, are we really?
Yep.
All right.
That's why you got done with your jingle and Brad told you it was terrible.
Discover. Whoa.
It's so good.
I just found this card today.
That's so good.
Yeah, baby.
I'm not sure if we shared this yet, but we did get some comments from Game Bro 26. Asked if you'd rather keep your shirt on forever or keep your pants on forever.
Right.
To which Brad promptly responded, "Shirt, pants are oppressive."
And then I responded, I'm with Brad.
I'm with Brad as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's that. I don't even need any more votes.
Alyssa's eating ice cream. Alyssa, do you know how much pizza's in that ice cream?
Yeah. Have you been listening?
Oh, God. Calories per pint of
Oh, Jesus.
Ben and Jerry's. All right, half-baked ice cream. That sounds healthy. Too many options on their website. It says Chunkapalooza.
Ugh. That sounds like a puke festival.
It does sound like a puke festival.
Ugh.
All right, so that one tiny pint cup of Ben and Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream,
right,
has 1,120 calories.
And how can't you not eat the whole thing? You know, you're not going to stop.
All right.
Oh my God.
5 pieces of pizza.
Stick that in your craw.
5 fucking pieces of pizza.
It's unbelievable. And I love pizza. So I'm going to eat. No, not all I hear, Greg, is how much more pizza I can eat. Because I can just cut all the other horse shit out. And just eat pizza.
But that study, we need to debunk them.
What, that pizza's bad for you? Or
yeah, the pizza's bad for you study. We need to go and smack those people around. Like,
studies show that pizza's bad for kids.
We came up with a scale. You guys are fucking wrong.
We talked to the doctor next. Oh, I didn't tell you. I got in trouble at work today.
For what?
Well, I was a bit of a smart mouth.
Oh no.
Well, they couldn't stop using buzzwords.
Too much synergy.
Yeah, well, work's been interesting lately. They basically like grouped us together and said, "Listen, we dug a huge hole for you guys, and now you guys have to dig us out. And if you don't, there's gonna be a lot of changes." And I'm just like, I'm so happy I'm leaving. I don't know if that helps, but no, they were in the aisle and they were using all these buzzwords, and I told the boss that was using them that he was verbal Ambien. And he didn't enjoy that. My coworkers loved it, just so it's clear. But he was like, there's going to be systemic changes to the system that are going to end up, they're going to change the system to change the system flow within the system itself. It's very systemic for the systematic changes for EBIT and OTD. And I'm just like, oh my God, how the fuck can I fucking stand here and stay awake? And I knew the only way I could was if I told him exactly how I felt.
Just hit him with a Greg Lohman. Just be like, well, I'm bored, and then walk away.
I went with your verbal Ambien.
Verbal Ambien. I like it. I had a run in with my direct superior on Friday as well.
Oh.
I think I mentioned a few episodes back that for around Judica time, one of my friends got me a USB controlled missile launcher.
No.
Yeah, it's a USB controlled missile launcher. It plugs into my laptop.
Right.
And I shot a girl in the eye with
it. Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm not upset by it.
No. Yeah. So I went into the office. Like, he closed the door. I closed it. I'm looking at myself like, I know what this is about. He's like, why'd you shoot her? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, did you apologize?
Why'd you shoot her? Big, why'd you shoot her?
It's yeah, so that'll never happen again. And the worst part was well, it had gotten really out of control because I don't have a whole lot of like direct supervision. I'm pretty autonomous in what I can do.
Right.
Which is both good and bad. It allows me to work as I need to because I have a very unique pace. That if someone comes over my desk, I'm looking at Reddit and like, hey, I have a question, and just like throw up my middle finger. They know that I'm not ready to deal with them yet.
Right.
But what I had gotten to is, I'm not sure if you remember when your roommate Amanda gave me the vitamin C doll.
Oh, do I ever?
Yeah, she was riding on the missile launcher.
Oh, yeah.
And then she had Chuck Norris in her lap.
Right.
So I had to really strip this down a little bit. It was because I could use the remote controls, make it move up and down like she was riding a horse.
Right. Okay.
So Jesse's saying he's got to get one of those. Yeah, you do. It's called it's the Dream Cheeky missile launcher.
The Dream Cheeky. All right.
Hold on. Dream Cheeky missile launcher. I can help out with all of this. Here we go.
If anybody
click,
Greg.
For everyone listening. Oh, I can't remove any web address. I can't have web addresses.
I don't know. You can't?
You can't have web addresses.
What a bunch of bull turkey.
What happens if I? Yeah, it's take out the spaces.
All right, there it is. I see it.
Yeah, you can't have web addresses. Take out the spaces. You can go there. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's sweet. You can aim it at your coworkers and shoot them in the eye and they get reprimanded for it.
In the eyeballs. Yeah, there's really nothing that brings me more joy than making authority figures upset.
No, it's
they're just
intoxicating.
There just isn't. It makes me so happy to see somebody, oh dear Lord, my battery's running low.
Uh-oh.
You might want to plug in your PC. 1 second, I'm going to run and get the charger. You're going to have to carry the show, Greg.
I don't know if I can carry this whole show by myself.
It's going to be 2 seconds.
Brad's in the chat right now saying weird. He's running on a delay. My understanding is that every single person that is within the chat, you guys are hearing the show a minute after it happens. So there's a bit of latency there, probably to see if we're broadcasting copyrighted material to arrest us. So that's most likely what that is. But yeah, missile launcher sweet. It's good. I definitely recommend it. Especially if you have pets, you can shoot the pets with it. You can shoot your friends' pets with it if you bring it to their house. You can actually get a Python script and you can program in coordinates in order to shoot people based off of the targeting coordinates you enter into it. So that's a good weekend project if you're getting paid to do really trivial things. So
back.
Welcome back. I was just explaining to Brad the delay.
Oh yeah, I think it's like a minute.
Yeah,
I think I can set it up for even more than that.
Oh man, an hour.
that'd be great.
Like these guys never interact with us.
Like, wow, these guys really don't answer anything. Fuck.
Yeah. Brad's commenting that we did, after explaining the delay, is now mentioning in the chat when it's just enough time to make sure we're not showing horse porn.
Oh my God, Brad.
We're gonna have to rein you in.
Brad, what the fudge?
He's gonna have to saddle up for more horse porn.
Brad, just send me your email address and I'll send you all types of
email us at john@thejohnbrownshow.com or greg@thejohnbrownshow.com for advice, you silly bitches.
Yeah, baby. Harukin.
Computer scout wasn't. I knew it wasn't there. But yeah, so I think I'm just gonna go out there. I think I've exhausted all my content for the day.
All right. You did good, Greg. You didn't even get called away.
Thank you. We I would say that for the first half an hour, everyone who stood there, you're the real MVP.
Me? I was?
No, everyone who's listening in for the first half hours, you're trying to hit our stride. They the real.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say yes. Yeah, they're the real fans. And then you took off on your diet stuff, and it was really good.
I think so.
I think so. Good.
So we'll see how that works out. I'll keep everyone posted.
Oh, please do.
Of course.
All right, Greg. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
I know. Bye.
Bye.